Hello, somebody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please, if you are new in this channel, do well to subscribe and click on the notification bell. And anytime I upload a new video, you will be the first person to see. Today, I'm here again with another exciting video, and I know at the end of the day, this video is going to bless your life. This video is going to help you. It's going to keep you. I'm going to talk about a long distance relationship, of which I'm a very good example of that. And so this video is going to be based on my personal experience, and it's going to be based on psychological science, and then it's also going to be based on what I have studied and what I've come to know. And so with a long distance relationship, it is into two types or two kinds. We have the one I call the traditional type of a long distance relationship, where the two of you, maybe you happen to meet each other and started off your relationship in school, or you live in the same town or city where you started the relationship, and schooling or work have to take your partner away from you, and so that has become a long distance relationship. Or the other part is where the relationship itself started as a long distance relationship, and you have to deal with its challenges and all those stuff. So these are the two kinds of long distance relationship that people get themselves into. And so today I'm going to give you 10 tips on how to maintain your long distance relationship. And I know at the end of the day, if we practice these tips, if we follow them, it's going to bless our lives. And tip number one I'm going to give to you is believing in your relationship. Believing in your relationship. You know, with a long distance relationship, you have families to deal with, you have your friends to deal with, because these are a group of people who are going to pose as challenges to your relationship, because they will tell you that long distance relationship hardly work. It doesn't work. And so your partner is far away from you, and you might not see her for months, you might not see her for days, you might not see her for even years. And so you might not know what he or she is doing at wherever the person is. And so they will try to discourage you. They will try to make it look like this will not work. They will try to make it look like things like this don't even work. And so they will put some level of discouragement in you. And so it becomes very difficult for you to continue with it. But one thing you need to do is to believe in your relationship. You have to believe in the relationship. You have to have trust for each other. You have to believe that this will work. Number one, once you believe in each other, nothing can break you. Once you believe in your partner and your partner also believe in you, no matter how they try to discourage you, one day the two of you will prove them wrong, and you will let them know that long distance relationship actually work. And research have proven that even people in long distance relationship tend to be more committed to each other than those who stays together, or than those who stay in the same environment, those who stay and they are living in the same community. So number one, believe in your relationship. Number two, you will have to have patience and trust. Have patience and trust. Uh, in a long distance relationship, you are already far apart from each other, and probably you are working. And once you are working, maybe you might call your partner at the time he or she is working and might not be able to pick your call. The person might be working at an environment where when you enter at work, your phones have to be off. And so you will call the person and the phone is off and you cannot reach the person. It creates some level of mistrust. So number one, you have to have patience with your partner, understand the kind of job the person is doing, and have some level of patience for him or her. And number two, you have to trust the person, because trust, it will be like a hook that will keep you on, that will keep you holding on to this relationship. So you have to trust your partner, and your partner have to trust you, so that the relationship can keep on going. Number three that I'm going to talk about is communication. Communication is one of the things that will keep a long distance relationship alive and strong and moving on. And I am a very good example. And this is one of the things that is keeping myself and my partner or my lady moving for some few years now. Because I have realized that communication has been one of the tools that is keeping us alive. I hardly see her for months, even sometimes it take a whole year, and I will not even set my eyes on her. And so we have practiced the habit of communicating always. We have settled times where we communicate, and technology has made it so possible, because we have mobile phones, where we communicate. If I want to see her, we can call her on WhatsApp, and then I will see her face, and it keeps us more closer than we think it would have been. And so communication is one of the things. You have to learn to always be for each other, be there for each other, always communicate to each, always be there to talk things out. The challenges you are going through at your individual workplace or schooling centers, you have to learn to communicate. And so one thing is that even with the communication is very important, but sometimes it can be challenging in the sense that it can even bring problems, because at the end of the day you realize you are finished with whatever you want to say to your partner. You have nothing to talk about. All the gistings, all the conversations, the jokes, the laugh talks, and everything will finish, and there's nothing to talk about. It's better to end it there. If you continue, you might end up quarreling and judging each other. So communication is one of the powerful tools, but it can also pose as a challenge. So communication is very important. And point number 4, know each other's schedules and time zones. Know each other's schedules and time zones. Why am I saying this? For example, you are living or you are dating this woman who is living outside Ghana, or she's living somewhere far away from you. For example, the time difference between Ghana and America is like 4 hours difference. And even in some states, it's like 5 hours. So if you are dating this your partner and he or she is living in USA or is living in South Africa or Nigeria where there's time difference, you have to schedule your time, a convenient time that the two of you will be comfortable, so that you will get to talk, you will get to communicate. I mean, you get to talk to each other, so that you can keep each other closer. So you have to know your schedules, you have to know your time differences, so that you can be able to work out a common time in a common period where the two of you will get to talk. Yes, that is one of the 4 tools or the 4 tips that will keep a long distance relationship going. Point number 5 I'm going to talk about is do things together when you are apart. Do things together when you are apart. Like the topic says, a long distance relationship is already an indication that the two of you are living apart. You are living from a long distance from each other. And so once you are living apart, you are not going to see each other for just a week time, or even it will take months for the two of you to see each other. Like I said, for example, my own, it can take a year. I will not even set my eyes on my woman, and she will not set her eyes on me. And so you have to learn to do things together. For example, always have a program you watch together. Maybe it could be a church program. Always learn to cook together. Maybe you can video. For example, me, I'm learning how to cook. I don't know how to cook well. So sometimes, most of the time, if I want to cook, I might call her on video, and she will be coaching me on what I'm doing. It keeps us together. Sometimes we pray together, we do Bible studies together, and it has been one of the things that is making us come this far. It has been one of the things that brought us this far. And so you have to learn to do things together. Point number 6, always have the next visit plan. Always have the next visit plan. Visiting your partner is one of the highlights of a long distance relationship. And if you don't make time to visit your partner, in fact, time will come and it will be like you don't even know each other. And like they say, out of sight is out of mind. So when you make a time, you visit each other, she will visit you and you will visit him, even if it means just to visit each other and spend 24 hours or 48 hours. You will learn to see yourself, you will communicate, you will learn a lot of things together, you will understand each other more, because once you stay apart, you hardly learn each other. But when you make time to visit each other, you will get to learn and know each other's weaknesses and strength. So make time to visit your partner always. Point number 7, give them a personal gift to hold on. Give your partner a personal gift to hold on. Gift is some of the things that keep us in remembrance. It helps us remember our partner. For example, if I give my woman a special gift that she will put it on her bedside, or she'll put it down whenever she sees that thing. It could be a dress, it could be a shoe, it could be a flower, it could be a portrait, or whatever I've given it to her. I have to know that, okay, this is what my partner likes, this is what my lady likes. So if I buy her a special gift, whenever she's had her eyes on that particular thing, she'll remember me. She'll remember this is what the love of my life has given me. So, buying your partner a gift help the two of you hold on to this relationship. Holding on, it helps the two of you keep on holding to each other. So, learn to buy them a personal gift. Point number 8, have a long-term plan. Have a long-term plan. If you're in a relationship and you don't know where it is headed to, then that relationship is likely to end within the shortest possible time. But if you're in a relationship where you have a long-term goal, and the long-term goal or the ultimate goal is that you are going to settle together, you are going to marry together, it will help the two of you fight in this relationship to conquer. Because, like I said earlier on, your family, your friends, they are going to discourage you and say long distance relationship don't work. And once you have a long term goal, and then you promise yourself that you are going to marry and you are going to live together one day, it will keep you going, it will keep you fight for this relationship. Because if there's no better promises, if there's no visions, if there's no long-term goal, there's nothing to fight for. But once you know that we have promised to live together, we have promised to marry and have our kids together, so you get your family involved, let them know that this is what you have for each other. Even if possible, your pastor and people that you so respect, let them know that this is what you want for each other. They will also help the relationship go. They will believe in you as well. So having a long-term goal, and the long-term goal is you are going to marry together, it will help the two of you fight for this relationship. Point number 9, embrace the challenges together. Yes, embrace the challenges together. What are the challenges? Number one, you're going to miss your partner for probably months or years. You will not set your eyes on her except social media like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, and on phone calls. You are not going to see her. And so when you and these are challenges. You're going to miss her. You wish to be with her. You wish to spend time with her, or you wish to spend time with him. Maybe you are going to a program and you wish you go with him or her, but where is she? She's nowhere to be found. Maybe you go to a program where your partners or your friends come there with their partners, with their girlfriends, their husbands and wives, and you have to face the challenges of going there alone. Sometimes loneliness alone will kill you. Sometimes you get tired of communication, you get tired of talking to each other on social media, on phones. So you just want to have the person around you, but it is not there. These are challenges. And so the two of you have to understand the kind of relationship you are into and embrace the challenges together. Embrace the challenges together. Point number 10, and that is the last point. Embrace your independence and focus on yourself. Embrace your independence and focus on yourself. What do I mean by embracing your independence and focusing on yourself? Uh, in a long distance relationship, for example, your partner is living outside Africa, maybe in USA, Canada, Germany, or Spain, and you are in Africa, for example, in Ghana, and so you might not see her for a whole year. You might not see her for a whole 2 years, except the various communications that I've given. And so, what you need to do is that it's a moment where you have to build yourself and focus on yourself. It's a moment where you have to develop yourself academically, and in every aspect of you. You have to develop yourself, you have to build yourself, you have to mature, and you have to learn on your weaknesses and your strength, so that the two of you can fit in together. As you are in this relationship, you get to know your partner's weaknesses and her strength. And so you have to also build on your weaknesses and your strength. And so when you get to marry one day, hopefully, then you'll be able to fit in together. And so embracing your independence and focusing on you simply means a moment where you have to build yourself, a moment where you have to focus on building and developing yourself so that you can fit in for your partner. And so these are but the 10 tips that when we practice, it will help us stay and then probably get to marry in our long distance relationship. So I'll re-echo the points again. Point number 1, I talk about believing in your relationship. Point number 2, I talked about patience and trust. And point number 3, I talk about communication. Point number 4, knowing each other's time and schedules, knowing each other's time and your schedules. And point number 5, I talk about doing things together whilst you are apart or when you are apart. Learn to do things together. And point number 6, always have the next visit plan. Always have the next visit plan. Yes, always have the next visit plan. Point number 7, give them a personal gift. Buy your partner a gift that will keep him or her holding on. That will keep him or her holding on to you. And point number 8, have a long-term plan. Yes, a visionless relationship will definitely crash. But when you have a plan, where you know where you're moving to, where you are moving your next plan in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years, where do you want your relationship to be? Do you want to be married by that time? Do you want to be at where? When you have this set up before you, the two of you will fight the challenges and work towards it. So having a long-term plan is very important. Point number 9, I said learn to embrace the challenges of a long distance relationship. And because it comes with a lot of challenges, it comes with a lot of difficulties, it comes with a lot of tasks. And so you have to learn to embrace the challenges together. And the last tip I'm going to give it to you is embrace your independence and focus on building yourself in your long distance relationship. Embrace your independence because your partner is not there. And so, whilst you are left alone, learn to build yourself. Learn to know your weaknesses. Learn to build on your weaknesses and improve upon your strength. Yes. So, we have come to the end of the video. These are the 10 tips I know when we practice is going to help us in our long distance relationship. So, like I said, subscribe to my channel for more. I'm going to be talking more on this, and I know it's going to help us. So subscribe my channel, comments on what you have learned so far, and let me know on the comments box. Share and then to your friends and partners. God bless you and see you another time.